Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that little place of Belfair, Washington. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So this is May 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative Video number 11. So I will tell you that starting on, I think, April 8th or 9th, I'm going to start doing double videos. I'm realizing that I have a lot of product left still in my box of goodies for Paper Pumpkin, and I'm getting a little concerned. So if you're wondering, yeah, I'm going to start doubling up those videos. So you'll see 2 videos starting up either on the 8th or the 9th. This one will load up on the 7th, which is Saturday. But yes, I'm going to have to start doubling up these videos, which is great, right? Fabulous. So this kit is called Mountain Majesties May 2025's kit. You could have made 3 of this card, 3 of this one, and 3 at this one. And we had 3 different colored envelopes but the same print. We had Misty Moonlight, Lost Lagoon, and Petal Pink. On the back, as always, you have a QR code that would lead you to a video to show you how to put this kit together, the cards in it as they were designed, a visual of everything in the kit, and then down here it lists the coordinating colors. Now videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes in the kit. After that, we just kind of mosey along like Mr. Hank does. Down here, this QR code would lead you to this set of 4 dies called Hugs a Bloom, and they will coordinate with April, May, and June's Paper Pumpkin kit. And this die here will coordinate with this stamp from the kit, You Mean the World to Me. And we have, let's just take a look at them closer up. For a Wonderful Man, we have 2 bird stamps. So we have this long one and this little one. I love you, best dad ever, you're the greatest, happy Father's Day, and happy birthday. And yes, I have used all of them. I'm no longer going to worry about that anymore. I'm just going and doing my thing with this kit. So that being said, I'll be using the Retired on the Horizon with this one. But I do need to let you know, oh, my tablet timed out. I don't like when it does that. All right, so let's see if I can find it again. I don't usually, that's not what okay, right now, because this was interesting to me because I actually purchased stuff. I did find something. Where is it? Nope. Okay. Buy one, get one 50% off all sweets and sweets. Why does it do that? I'm not done. Come on. Let's click. See, it left before I could get your favorites. No. Okay. I am getting kind of tiffed right now. I don't want that. If you saw what was over there, my hubby and I had to do a virtual memorial service today. So anyways, it's buy one, get one 50% off of sweets and sweet products. So you might want to head up there and look. I will tell you, I purchased this beautiful what is that? Beautiful Gallery Suite. I did get this one for my Aunt Carol and I to share. I almost got this one, which is called the Floral Impression Suite, but I didn't because there was a new one, which was a pre-order. And I liked the fall colors in the paper, and it is a floral suite, which I know it was the same price as this one, and you got it 50% off, so it was really like $88. I got it for $44. I asked hubby, I said, hey, can I have this? And then I said, hey, there's another stamp set I want to get. It's on clearance for $9.80, $9.60 or something. I said, I really, really, really want it. He's like, go ahead. He's like, but you're cut off after this. I said, okay. So I did want to share that with you. They do have the next June's kit. Look at that, right? So I'm thinking the suite that I just got it's not going to, I don't think it will it might, but let's see. Oh, it didn't bring it. Anyways, I wanted to go back to that pretty picture. Look at that. So this will be the one that will coordinate with this flower and this one. But those are really, 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 really pretty. So anyways, I like the box too. So that just wanted to share that. It says buy one, get one 50% off all sweets and sweet products until June 30th. I got mine. That's all I'm getting. Of course. And so today we are using On the Horizon, Lost Lagoon, and we're making a note card. Now, y'all, I hope you had a good chuckle if you saw me tell you that I bought these, me and my Aunt Carol, we were out doing our thing. We were chatting, laughing, having a good time. And I thought I was buying note cards and envelopes. And darn me, I bought just the envelopes. So I bought a package of white. I got a package of the craft ones. And I was going to return them. But you know, I probably won't get back to Silverdale, guys, for at least 2-3 weeks. I may not even get back there till the beginning of July. So I actually, I found some really heavyweight, 110-pound cardstock I had. Now, it's not bright white like the envelope, but I did go ahead and I cut card bases because you can get 2 card bases out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock for note cards. I didn't know that. So I'm thinking I might just keep these and get some craft cardstock next time I'm in town and cut my own. I might as well. I already purchased them, right? It's not what I wanted. But anyways, I did do all 50 envelopes. I'm giving half to my Aunt Carol, and I have half. So I just went ahead and I did that. So these are for paper pumpkin if I need them. I set some aside for me to do my little project with just this. So let's get on with this card. So we're using On the Horizon. I also brought in my color and contour, scalloped contour dies. I need to change that. I always want to say color and contour because that's the stamp set that goes with it. And I used the 3rd die from the center. So 1, 2, 3. I can put this back in there. This one will go back in its package. You can see I used a scrap piece of Lost Lagoon. Okay, we'll fight with that later. And then, thanks to Joanne, right? Thanks to Joanne, I have the Grow with Love dies. Oh, I was so excited. This is going to be part of my Christmas in July. Look at those. Love that. But I used this little die here. And we're going to use that, and I die cut the envelope flap. It does fit for the envelope flap, and that's what we're going to use from the kit. I need to get those on a magnetic sheet. So, with that being said, this card should take no time. So here you see it. This is my envelope flap, and look at there. It did die cut. It just cut it, and I was so thrilled. Here it is. There it is. Here is my, what are those? I cannot help but say scallop contour, but the scallop contour dies. Okay. This is going to layer right up in there. It's just the cutest little thing. And then I brought in some DSP. And this is Serene Love DSP. Got that off the clearance rack a while ago. And look how pretty that is. So it could be portrait or landscape. Ours is going to be landscape. I have a little scrap, 1/2 inch by 4 7/8. That's going to go on the inside, and we're going to stamp with the stamps from On the Horizon. So let's get started. This is not going to take long at all. And I'm looking for the Stampin' Pierce mat, but I don't even need it. I just need scratch paper because these are red rubber, so there is a difference. So we're going to use this one, and we're doing a monochromatic theme. We're just using the Lost Lagoon. And I am going to do a test just because I haven't used this in so long. 1, 2, 3. I might want to stamp this in Pretty Peacock. That's why I did the test. I'm thinking Pretty Peacock now. I want it to be a bit bolder, and Pretty Peacock is a bit bolder. So let's swap this out. Let me clean this off real quick. Oh, and that little Hank. So we made Hank go to school, right? And this morning he's like, oh, I feel so bad. Can you give me some medicine? We're like, sure, we'll give you some meds. So gave him some Tylenol because I know he's congested, allergies. I really like this better. So we are going to stamp Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to do it landscape this way. And, you know, I will give it to him. He's not his perky self. And I give him some Mucinex. And I give him some Tylenol this morning. And I give him his last steroid, prednisone. Ooh, this, I'm telling you, this is so simple. And then we're going to stamp our ducky wuckies. So I think we're just going to keep it all in the Pretty Peacock. So these are ducks. Actually, they look like they're geese. So we're going to stamp those right here. Beautiful. That's it. Peaceful. That's it. We don't need a whole bunch. Ducks coming in, landing. If it was my hubby, those guys would be hiding down there in the duck blind, right? So we're going to stamp here on the inside now. Thinking of you, relax. But we need our guide because we're going to stick this on the side. So open it up. That is not straight at all. I cannot do that on the white paper because that is just not straight. Not straight at all. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. And then flip it over and we're going to do relax, enjoy your day. I'm running out of blocks. I still have blocks, stamps with blocks on them for a card I haven't done yet. And it's driving me nutty buddy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3. Little ant, you will die, honey. Sorry, I don't save. Oh, yes. All right. Put that there. The little ant has left the building, so he's safe for now. Okay, I think we'll do the little birds. 1. They can be ducks just going in it in farther away, right? That's from the stamp set. And we need to stamp our envelope. And we are going to do I don't want to do any of those. Let's see what's in the oh, we're going to do breathe from on the horizon. So again, I am going to take off one of the blocks, paper pumpkin blocks over there. Design in a card that has not come. It just hasn't. 1, 2, and 3. And it's upside down. Take a breath and breathe. Okay, this card will go that way. And we're going to stamp breathe again this time. Guess what? The sticker is on upside down. Okay, that's how that works. That's how it works today. All right, we can do that. We can work with it. I have no choice but to work with it, right? Just go with it. And our little birds. So now that we're all done, we're going to put this card together. Close up the Lost Lagoon over there since we didn't do that. Oh, but that little kid. So anyways, what I was trying to tell you guys, I got sidetracked by doing what I was supposed to be doing. So, you know, 45 minutes goes by and he must be feeling better because as they're heading out the door and my daughter is almost to the driveway, he turns around and he's, hey, Manji. He's like, I would like to go swimming after school today. And his mother turns around. She turns around. She's like, "Oh, I do not think so." And she looks at me. She's like, "Do you hear me? Oh, no. He is not going until he is 100% better." And I said, "Well, Hank," I said, "I was going to tell you no even without your mother's input because I am very, very busy today. So the answer from your mother and me is no. Most definitely no." He's like, "Ow, Maji." And he goes, well, I pick him up from school. And this kid, when I say mosey along like Hank, it's because Hank does not rush for anything unless it's something he wants to do. He has one mode, and it's mosey is the word I would use to describe him. Though we see him run, we see his feet leave the ground when he wants to. But there is no get up and go in him unless he wants to. So today I'm sitting outside in the car waiting for him. And that kid, this is the fastest he has ever left that school building. Usually, we're one of the last cars to leave the parking area. Today, I think we were the third car to leave the parking area. And I park in the handicap area. Today I couldn't because this is crazy. So if you do not get to the parking lot by 3:27, because I usually am up there at 3:25. The school doesn't get out till 3:50. But if you are not up there, you miss out on the handicap parking, and then you got to stand in the long line. And I can't stand it. Or you park, this row, and you park over on this row, or you park on the main road, and you got to get out of your car and walk. Today, I was late. I got there at 3:37, actually, and I didn't get handicap. I didn't get this row. I got this row over here, and I backed in because, dead ant now, sorry. So I backed in, and I got really, really lucky because apparently one of the school workers was parked. I was parked here. She was parked here. She backed up, and boy, I parked right there. Because that way I didn't have to get out of the car and go wait at the flagpole for Mr. Hank to mosey himself over to find me, because I don't know if he would have realized I was there. Anyways, that kid was so fast. And when he saw me, he ran. His feet left the ground. I mean, he can run when he wants to. And he gets in the car and he says, "Manji, let's go swimming." He said, "Oh, no, we don't, buddy." I said, "You are not going to get me in trouble with your mother, and I am busy today. I have things I want to do." I said, "Papa, has informed me that when he gets done with Ken fishing," this is going to happen. I'll tell you about that one in a minute. I said, "When Papa gets home, he says I have to help him finish the gate for the backyard fence." That's not going to happen, everybody, okay? I just smiled and nodded my head at my hubby as he said this. Now, this is the man who complained, "Oh, my shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts from casting and whatever, jigging the rig or whatever thing he was doing the other day with our daughter, fishing." But his buddy Ken calls up and says, "Hey, man, let's go out on my boat. Let's go fishing." Of course, I put some arthritis cream on his shoulder, on his elbow, rubbed it in. He had been icing his, arm. And I had just come out to my stamp room. I had been out here about 20 minutes after being in there, and we had to watch the memorial service for his uncle on the computer. We actually were watching it on my iPad. And I was out here, and he comes out here, and no wonder why Hank is the way he is. He comes out here, and he's got this big, big cat that ate the canary, the cat outside. And I knew. He didn't have to tell me. He's like, "I'm going with Ken." And I said, "Fishing?" He's like, "We're going fishing, but we're going to a different lake." And I said, "Okay, have fun." And he's like, "You don't want to know which one?" I said, "No, I don't need to know which lake you guys are going to. Have a good time." I don't need to know which lake those guys are going to. You know, they're big boys. They break down, they can fix it. They won't need to call me because I couldn't help them if they did call me. Anyways, the two of them. Okay, I'll be there in a minute when I'm done. I'm almost done, Hank. A breaker board. Or the power just went out in the house. Anyways, so dear hubby is fishing, and he thinks he's going to come home and, you know, fix the fence, the gate for the fence. That is not happening, guys. He's going to be burnt out from the sun on the lake. Not happening. So, bump up strip, scraps from making my note cards and envelopes. Look, all new pieces because I miscut for a few ones, but that is all new cut scraps. That's why I can do this easily. All right, so Hank says he blew the breaker box in the house. I don't know what he's done. He could have been microwaving something because I told him I was doing a video and he needed to do it himself. So this is how simple that's going to be. That's it. I wanted something serene, peaceful. That's it. We could, I guess, do that breathe. Maybe on a little scrap piece. I'm thinking, hold on. So I have some little scraps of this. I wonder if that breathes. I think it would fit here, and I think we'll try it. We'll try it, and if not, I'll go in. Oh, I do have this too that I could use. But I'd like to see if it'll fit on this. Hank can wait just a minute. He will not, he will not melt. He's not the wicked witch. He's not made of sugar. We gotta make sure we don't do it. I'm trying to, tapping it upside down is quite difficult. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Breathe. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Might do a little sponging around it. So let's cut it off because thank you, by the way, Leslie. Leslie's let me know she can't cut straight either, so I don't feel so bad. I cannot cut straight. Now the trick is to put this back in there because I have more on one side than the other. That looks even. Pretty peacock sponge dauber. That's spruce, old olive. All right, I'm looking for the wrong color, apparently. Garden green. It's a regal, but pretty peacock. Just so you can differentiate, if I got that right. I feel like I didn't say that right. Just so you can see the difference between this and the piece that we just stamped on, so it stands out basically. All right. And I will show Hank how to reset the breaker. There we go. So that's my card. Sweet and simple. Our envelope. Gotta laugh with that. And there. So we can do it this way or this way. It really doesn't matter which one. One's up. They're both going to be upside down either way you go. Well, this way they're both right. But then the envelope will open differently. So I hope you guys like. Oh, yeah. I have to restamp this. So, did any of you notice I did that? Probably because Mr. Hank was in here getting my attention. So we are going to... You have to wait until I finish. I can't stop, honey. Okay. Thank you. I know that's hard, but that's how it goes, baby. All right, so we need to trim this 4 7/8. And it should be right about 3, but we're going to go to there to make it fit. So it's going to be a little shorter in there. That's going to have to do it because I just messed up. And I'm not cutting it off and putting it on a new card. That is not happening, but my glue is coming out of the bottle. So, back to Pretty Peacock. And this way this time, all that work. Not that it was a whole lot to begin with, but 1, 2, and 3. We just get to do it again. 1, 2, and 3. And our little birds. 1, 2. Now, if it was pitch black inside my house, I might stop and go do that. And then you'd never see this video. I'd have to redo it all again. But that's not the case right now. Today, Hank will learn where the breaker box is and how to reset it. There we go. All fixed, all better, and only you and me will know that it happened. And of course, Hank, because he's sitting there watching. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you all come back here and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.